Journalism is a profession built on truth, responsibility, and ethical commitment to society. But it is also a profession deeply exposed to human suffering. This exposure, combined with tight deadlines, professional pressure, and ethical responsibility, creates a significant psychological burden. Mental health is therefore not a side issue in disaster journalism. It is a core safety concern. Traditionally, journalism training has emphasized objectivity, distance, and emotional control. These principles aim to protect professional judgment. However, they often clash with the journalist's humanity. Empathy is essential to understand victims' stories, but emotional involvement can also take a toll. Repeated exposure to extreme situations can affect journalists both professionally and personally. Stress, anxiety, depression, sleep disorders, emotional exhaustion, memory problems, and substance abuse are common risks. These conditions not only reduce quality of life, but also damage relationships, decision-making, and professional performance. Covering disasters demands resilience, but resilience does not mean emotional immunity. Journalists are expected to be empathetic and sensitive while maintaining professional distance. This balance is difficult and often fragile. Several psychological reactions are common in disaster coverage. Stress is one of the most frequent. Acute stress may appear during intense moments, while chronic stress develops over time, especially in prolonged crises. Work-related stress, also known as burnout, can lead to exhaustion, emotional detachment, and a sense of reduced professional accomplishment. Trauma is another major risk. Journalists may experience acute stress disorder shortly after exposure, or post-traumatic stress disorder weeks or months later. Symptoms can include intrusive memories, emotional numbness, avoidance, hypervigilance, and sleep disturbances. There is also secondary or vicarious trauma caused by repeated empathetic exposure to others' suffering. Anxiety disorders may also develop. These include generalized anxiety, panic attacks, and specific phobias related to traumatic events. Persistent fear, restlessness, muscle tension, and sleep problems can seriously affect daily functioning. Depression is another silent threat. It may manifest as persistent sadness, loss of interest, fatigue, feelings of guilt or worthlessness, difficulty concentrating, and, in severe cases, suicidal thoughts. War correspondents, in particular, display higher rates of depression, PTSD, and substance use than the general population. In surveys conducted for this guide, more than 60% of journalists reported needing psychological support during disaster coverage. Can psychological trauma be completely avoided? The honest answer is no. Even experienced journalists can be affected unexpectedly. Journalists must accept that mental health risks are real and legitimate. Early self-assessment, open communication with editors and colleagues, and honesty about personal limits are essential. Ignoring symptoms can turn temporary distress into long-term illness. Seeking help is not weakness. It is professional responsibility. Caring for mental health is caring for journalism itself. A journalist who is supported, aware, and resilient is better equipped to inform society with clarity, humanity, and responsibility, especially in times of disaster.